So welcome to the final video for this credit cleanup series. Congratulations on making it through to the four. And today I'm actually going to reveal the winner of the credit cleanup series drawing on camera. But before I get there, we're going to spend a little time talking about what things you can do practically to protect your identity online. Since you're doing all this good work on improving your credit, you don't want to be victimized by people who will take advantage of your personal information to screw up your credit. So there are some simple things you can do to safeguard your personal information. It starts with making sure that you keep things like your social security card or your banking information or any kind of credit account information in a secure place in your home. Identity thieves don't just have to be cyber criminals. They can also be people who get a hold of our personal identifying information in our home. So you want to keep that somewhere secure in your home, away from prying eyes that do not need to have access to them. We also want to look at how you secure your accounts. You don't want to use the same password for all of your financial accounts. Make sure that your passwords are secure, that you're not using the same one, and that you try to remember those and don't write them down.
Probably not the best idea, especially for sites like the banks, banking accounts, credit cards, any accounts like Credit Karma. If you set that up, you want to make those secure, harder to guess, and also things that you don't share with anybody. So those are things, practical things that you can do. The other thing that you can do is to shred documents, shred financial documents. Don't just throw things away, because sometimes identity thieves really do just dig through your garbage. So anything that comes to your house with personal information on it that you might not need anymore, tax returns, things like that, things that you're not going to keep forever, that have personal, important information, identifying information about you, make sure you either shred those, buy a shredder. You can get a shredder from like Staples or Walmart or something like that for $20. Or maybe you can attend one of those citywide shredding events. They happen all over the place. So shred your personal documents with personal information. Don't just throw those away. The other thing that you want to do by protecting yourself online is just making sure that you don't give out personal information to people who call you. So, for instance, your bank is not going to call you and ask you for your PIN number. Those are called phishing scams. And a lot of times, people, even very smart people, get caught up and are not paying attention. Or IRS scams. That's another thing that's going on around a lot. They'll say, "Oh, you might get a phone call saying I have an IRS debt and you need to call this number back." The IRS doesn't make phone calls. They don't make phone calls. They usually send you a form, or they'll send you some identifying information for the agent who's contacting you. If you get calls like that, if you're not sure, then obviously you can call the 1-800 IRS number directly and just confirm if this is a legitimate call. It should be in their system. If you have any, if your spidey senses go off at all about anything, do not give out your personal information, especially if you get the phone call. Now, if you call your bank and you put in your account number and then they ask you for some verification of things like that, that's fine. You made the call. But if you're receiving calls, or you get an email, or you get something in the mail that says call this number because we need to follow up with you, and it looks fishy, then you directly call the published known number, 1-800 number for that bank or whatever. Go see them in person. Be more suspicious than trusting when it comes to your personal information. That's what I'm trying to say. So those are things that you definitely want to be on guard about. Phishing scams, and you might get a link that says, you might get an email from something that looks like reputable. Click on this number because click on this link because there's something wrong with your account. Be very suspicious about those things, because those can be nefarious people trying to get access to your personal information. So call the phone number that is listed on some statement that you've already received, or go to their website, making sure you always want to make sure that it's like, say, for instance, if your bank is Bank of America, bankofamerica.com, not bankofamerica.ao.net or something like, that tries to throw you off. Be very suspicious about protecting your information, because there are always people trying to get to trick you out of your hard-earned money. And Lord knows you work too hard to let it go to a scam. I want to talk finally about debt reduction or credit consolidation or credit cleanup type organizations. again, there are some good ones out there, and you may even have worked with one in the past, but you want to be very, very cautious about working with these. Anybody that advertises on TV at midnight, I would be very cautious about working with them and forking over money. When you're dealing with any kind of debt relief or debt consolidation type organization, or credit repair, that's another big one, credit repair, you want to do some due diligence before you start working with them. So the easiest thing that you can do is just get on Google and do a review. I'll usually write a review and then the name of the organization and see what comes up. You get too many complaints, or you get to like the ftc.gov is a great place to look for complaints, or maybe even the city's attorney general's office. If there's some complaints there, you don't want to deal with people that have too many complaints. Now, complaints are not necessarily indicative of an organization being just totally nefarious, but too many complaints, and I would say, more than one, more than one that hasn't been resolved. Look on the Better Business Bureau site. You want to do some due diligence to make sure that you are not being scammed out of your hard-earned money and potentially making the situation worse. Try the National Foundation of Credit Counselors. I think it's nfcc.org. There you can find nonprofit credit counselors who will generally talk to you for your first consultation for free. That's what you want to try. So try that first rather than potentially getting caught up in some scam organization or somebody that takes your money and really doesn't do anything anyway, and then your situation could be worse off than when you started. So that being said, let's get to tonight's winner. I literally am going to pull a name out of the hat, proverbial hat, if you can see that. And let's see. And tonight's winner is Congratulations to the winner. I will be in touch with you directly following this video to let you know exactly how you can claim your prize. So everybody else, I want to again thank you for following along this journey with us. Hopefully this has been helpful to you. And for those of you who have let me know that you want me to follow up with you and set up an individual consultation so we can look at your specific credit situation and come up with a plan to improve that, I will be in touch soon. If you didn't let me know, you can definitely answer the question after lesson 4, and I will be in touch with you soon. Otherwise, look forward to the next series. I actually enjoy doing this, so we'll continue to do this. Look forward to the next series that should be coming to a text message box near you soon. Otherwise, have a good day. Bye.